All around, pushing up all around. Now, what causes atmospheric pressure, John?
The atmosphere.
Well, the atmosphere, but more specifically, gravity, John. Gravity's pulling down all the time on the air and creating pressure here at where is this?
Sea level.
Sea level, very close, John. We put a little water in the great cylinder of science.
Okay.
No need to add a joker, but you can. Then we got to swirl the water, John. You know, whenever we have a cylinder of science, we want to create a vapor in here, a little water vapor.
Swirling the cylinder of science.
Cylinder of science. Now, John, we're going to pressurize it as though we were atmospheric pressure. Then we're going to release the pressure as though we were a cloud at high altitude. See, as the air reaches high altitude and expands, it cools, and water vapor comes out of solution. Now, when it comes out of solution, it has to nucleate on dust particles, which we'll get from these matches, and see that little bit of smoke. Now, John, energizing the pump.
Well, Bill, there is no smoke in there, though.
Just the tiniest bit.
But you put the matches out.
In the bottom.
Right.
But in there, John, is a tiny bit of smoke, creating dust. Dust pervading the cylinder of science.
Okay, well.
And then when we release the pressure on the cylinder of science.
Okay. Let's see.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
You don't see any cloud until you won't see a cloud until there are dust particles in here. Kind of a subtle, cool thing.
That's very cool, Bill.
So it cools it because of gravity, lower pressure, high altitude. Now, John.
Okay.
While we're talking about atmospheric pressure,
Uh-oh.
coming out of this side of the pump is pressure.
Okay.
Pressure. This side is vacuum. Now, John, if we follow the hose
this side
over here, you'll find the vacuum is plumbed, as we say, into the great acrylic plate of science.
Okay.
Now, these pins are for alignment, just to save precious time.
Okay.
Now, can you hear the pump kind of slow down a little bit?
No, did it?
I think
the valve
so,
closed and everything?
Let's just check the valve.
Oh, well, yeah, it's sticking.
He's
so
skeptical. Yeah, the valve is closed, John. And indeed, for you gauge buffs, there is
it's
vacuum
closed.
developing.
That's fine.
Now,
That's fine.
John, what we will do, we will raise the cylinder of science.
Boy,
This will be
Bill,
another cylinder of science. Up there.
And you're going to get up there and do that?
No, John, I was thinking maybe you'd do it.
Oh.
John,
Okay, I'll help me out.
Yeah. Can we get a spotter in here?
Always willing to help the science guy. You know that.
Ed's wearing a science guy shirt. That's very sharp, Ed. The science team.
Oh, boy, I don't know about this, Bill.
KXRX or the bond. No, the extra. Okay. Now, John, we're almost there. And you see, atmospheric pressure is pushing down here, and so great is the surface area of the acrylic plate of science that it will support your weight. Quite astounding.
Are we ready to do it?
Well, no, yes, we are. Very close, John. Yes. If you will, please
I couldn't
step off the stool of science. Now, John, I know you're hanging there.
Okay, Bill.
I will open the valve. Everyone listen and let atmospheric pressure
Bill,
back
turn it
in.
off now, Bill.
Can you hear the pressure coming back in?
Turn the thing off, Bill.
It's off, John. You're dangling. Don't face the audience. There you go.
Okay.
We're letting pressure back in to prove that the atmosphere is suspending and not those three little
I couldn't do this if I hadn't...